What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here with Picks with Pete, week 5. We had a solid week last week, 8-6. The only thing that really hurt us was that Patriots game and the Chiefs. If I knew Cam wasn't playing, I wouldn't have taken the Patriots. Could have had a really nice week at 9-5, but 8-6 is good. And brings our overall record to 28-32, so we're sniffing this breaking even point. I can tell it. We've been on the rise the last 2 weeks. We're ready to go. We're going to get these picks this week. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you all are too. So let's get started. Okay, Bengals at the Ravens. Bengals got their first win. Young rookie quarterback Joe Burrow finally broke through in the NFL. We predicted that last week on the show. Took the Jags, but we said the Bengals would win. A little wrong there. Bengals look strong. Got Joe Mixon involved. He had 3 touchdowns. Young rookie wide receiver T. Higgins out of Clemson looking to a go-to guy for Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrows is 4-0 against the spread in his young career. That means with a bad team, he's getting the job done. He's not necessarily winning all his games, but they're competitive, which is what you love to see. Baltimore, on the other hand, didn't look great against Washington. Struggled a little bit. They did score 31 points, but Lamar was not great throwing the ball. He's also missed practice Wednesday and Thursday this week, so he's got a bad knee. His mobility might be limited. I know the Bengals defense isn't great, but I don't know how healthy Lamar is, what that's going to mean for that offense. Expect pretty close game. Bengals probably don't get this win, but I expect them to be within that 12, so I like the Bengals plus 12. Okay, Panthers at the Falcons. Now, I went back and forth on this one all week. I don't know what to make out of these Carolina Panthers. They've won 2 in a row. Matt Rule seems to have things figured out down there in Carolina. Teddy Bridgewater is back to making plays, healthy as can be, looks like. Had a great touchdown run last week. Juking, dancing, making himself look like a young man again. It's great to see. You love to see Teddy doing that. And the Falcons are 0-4. They didn't look good against Green Bay. Calvin Ridley, leading receiver in the NFL, had a goose egg, 0 catches, 0 yards. Really tough stuff. But I don't think this team has quit on Dan Quinn yet. They're at home. Carolina's defense is very mediocre. Might be towards the bad, even though the numbers don't say so. They haven't played a lot of high-powered offenses, but they look very suspect at some times. I'm expecting Atlanta to win this game. They're going to get off the schneid. They're going to win this game. They don't quit on Dan Quinn. It's weird with them and Dan Quinn. I don't know what it is. They still play hard for them, even though they can't win. So I like the Falcons here, minus 1.5. They're going to get this win. Okay, Vegas at the Chiefs. Now, Kansas City didn't look great on Monday night against the Camless Patriots. Really kind of struggled until the end there. Didn't score a touchdown in the first half. Fun fact, Pat Mahomes has been held scoreless without a touchdown 3 times in the first half. All 3 times are against Bill Belichick. So Bill really has him figured out. So I'm expecting the Vegas Raiders, who have a very soft defense, they're going to allow Kansas City to pick them apart. Have a very surgical, clinical type day from Pat Mahomes. They're going to run this thing up. They're going to score some points. Vegas kind of come back into earth after their 2-0 start. Lost to Buffalo last week. I expect the Chiefs to be high-flying. Lots of offense. Pat Mahomes will be super efficient, super effective. I like the Chiefs here minus 11.5. And until the Chiefs get beat, they're the team to beat. All right, now a really interesting one in Pittsburgh. Eagles at the Steelers. Eagles are coming off a huge Sunday night upset against the Niners. Now, I know, no Jimmy Garoppolo, no Raheem Mostert. Of course, the D-line's all banged up with Bosa and no Solomon Thomas. But Carson Wentz looked a lot better than he looked the first 3 weeks. He's not throwing to much out there. Again, it's hilarious. The Eagles can never seem to have a healthy wide receiver core. And Carson Wentz really seemed to put the team on his back, get that win on the road. They needed a win desperately. They're in first place in the NFC East. I know, what a dumpster fire. They need to be able to run the ball with Miles Sanders more effectively. But Pittsburgh's coming off like a half a bye thing. The game with Tennessee got moved. They practiced all week for Tennessee, so they got a real gripe with the NFL because they said they didn't actually have an off week like everyone else is going to have because they prepared for a game even though it got moved. So they're going to come out angry. They're going to come out pissed. Steelers defense is suffocating. TJ Watt is the best Watt brother, and he is a monster up front, a total handful to deal with. Philadelphia, don't know how they're going to protect Carson Wentz. He's going to be running for his life back there. He's not throwing too much on the receiver part anyway, so Pittsburgh defense is going to shut this offense down, I think. Bad day for fantasy owners. I know, me included. I got Miles Sanders. I hope he gets a touchdown, but suffocating defense for Pittsburgh. Big Ben's playing pretty solid up front, throwing the rock around. looks good. I like the Steelers -7 here. They're going to come out and play angry. They're also undefeated. We'll see how that goes. I like the Steelers here -7. Okay, Rams at the Washington football team, as we got to say. Interesting game here. Rams, third straight week in a row, the Rams are playing back east. I don't know what that travel is going to do to this team. They haven't been staying there the entire time, so they've been going across the country back and forth for the past month or so. So really interesting. Didn't look great against the Giants. We kind of knew that. Ended up winning the game, but they were not dominant at all. Jared Goff had a flat performance, and Washington's defense is nothing to slouch at. Their defensive front is a beast. Chase Young is coming back. They're going to pressure the quarterback. They're going to hit him. They're going to make things uncomfortable for that Sean McVay offense. But Dwayne Haskins was benched this week, and he didn't even get benched as the backup. He got put to the third string. So they're starting Kyle Allen. Ron Rivera was sick and tired of this Dwayne Haskins nonsense. Apparently, he's got attitude issues. He can't learn the playbook. It was a question under Jay Gruden if he could learn the playbook. So I just think this guy doesn't work hard. I don't know if this is going to inspire the team. Might lay out flat. Kyle Allen was bad with Carolina after his first 4 starts. Started 4-0. After that was a complete dumpster fire. So I'm going to take the Rams -7.5 here. I'm a little hesitant on this one, but I expect the Rams to have a big game, bounce back after a weak performance against the Giants. Still got the win. They're a strong team. I don't know about Washington. I could be totally wrong. The change of quarterback could totally change this team and make them turn them around. But I'm going to go with the Rams right now. Not super strong on this bet, but Rams -7.5, that's where we're going. Okay, when you're right sometimes. Cardinals at the Jets. Poor Sam Darnold. I know. He's got nothing. My guy's running for his life. Can't do anything. He's got no running game. He's got Jamison Crowder, who's a nice slot receiver maybe, as his number 1, and that's about all he can throw to. The defense is piss poor for the Jets, and they couldn't even get a win against the Broncos. So I feel so bad for Sam Darnold. Adam Gase is a lunatic head coach. He's horrible. He doesn't know what he's doing. It was basically Peyton Manning made this man famous, and Peyton Manning's Peyton Manning. It had nothing to do with Adam Gase, clearly. And now Arizona and Kyler Murray. Another loss for that Cliff Kingsbury team. I've been saying it before. I don't love what Cliff does for this team. Kyler looked a lot better, but this passing game is not effective. It's not efficient. It's a lot of short dink and dunks. Teams can cheat up on them. Not a lot of big play opportunities down the field throwing the ball. And the run game is atrocious. They can't run the football to save their lives. Kyler scrambling around is not a running game, and you can't rely on that. However, I say this, the Jets are so bad, I'm going to take the Cardinals -7 here. They're going to get this win. The Jets are horrible. They may go 0-16. It's just something. Where's Le'Veon Bell? Is Le'Veon Bell dead? I don't even think he's really hurt. He's just gone over there. It's a total dumpster fire in New York. I'll be surprised if Adam Gase keeps his job after the midway point of the season. He's not long for this coaching world. So I'm going to take the Cardinals here -7. Jags at Texans. Bill O'Brien. No more. Got fired as the GM and the head coach of the Texans after their 0-4, complete disaster, lost at home to Minnesota. I know Minnesota's a lot better than their record that says, I think, the last 2 weeks, but still, you got to win that game at home. Bob lost the locker room. Apparently, there was a massive shouting match between him and J.J. Watt going into the Pittsburgh game 2 weeks ago, and that's when he lost the team. You traded away DeAndre Hopkins. You traded away all your draft capital for Laramie Tunsil. Laramie Tunsil can't block. David Johnson's not a good running back. He just doesn't have it anymore. And DeAndre Hopkins is killing it in Arizona. So you at least got Deshaun Watson. You're throwing a Will Fuller out there. That's about all you got. Jacksonville, again, not a great team. Played okay against Cincinnati. I do like their running game. I do like Gardner Minshew. They have DJ Chark back at wide receiver. He had another touchdown. So I'm going to take the Jags +6 here. Teams against the spread after firing a coach prior to week 8 are 2-6. So not good for those teams. So I like the Jags here +6. Like I said, Texans, no new head coach, no GM. It's a whole dumpster fire down there in Houston. So let's take the Jags +6 here. Feeling good about this one. Dolphins at the Niners. Jimmy G is back. The Niners lost a bad game against the Eagles, but he's back. They're going to be feeling good. They got Mostert back this week, I believe. They're going to play well. They're going to blow out the Dolphins here. Ryan Fitzpatrick's on his last leg. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Tua get into this game late in the game. Maybe not, but Ryan Fitzpatrick's not long, especially with how good the young quarterbacks are playing. Tua's about to take over this team. I expect the Niners to cement that right now. -9. Take the Niners. I know they lost last week. Brandon Ayuk, massive hurdle against the Eagles. Looking real good as a young receiver. Maybe they're actually going to have somebody to throw to in San Francisco, which is what they desperately need to go with Kittle. So take the Niners here, -9, and maybe we're going to start seeing Tua time in Miami. All right, Giants at the Cowboys. Is there anybody more disappointing than the Cowboys? They're 1-3. They really should be 0-4. The Falcons let them off the hook. Dak leads the NFL in passing, but he does all his passing in garbage time. Mike Nolan's defense is the worst defense in football. It's not close. It might be the worst defense in a decade. Jalen Smith, you're not good anymore, fam. I don't know what they're paying these guys all this money for. Jalen Smith is out of position. He's so clueless, it looks like, out there. He's not quick. I don't want to say he's not smart, but he just doesn't react to plays. And it's got to be frustrating as a Cowboys fan to watch. But the offense is good. The problem is they don't score when they need to. They play from behind, and yeah, they put up all these god-awful numbers, like godly numbers, and it's just ridiculous. They don't do it when the game matters. And then they come back, they roared back against Cleveland, and then lost. It's just, I can't figure this out. They're not running Zeke. You need to run Zeke. Mike McCarthy, you think you would have learned in Green Bay. You didn't run the damn ball, and that's why you couldn't win with Rodgers. Run the ball. Feed Zeke. This team is limited when Dak has to make every play, especially with this bad defense. You got to run the ball. You got to control the clock. Saying that, however, the Giants are as bad as the Jets. They have one offensive touchdown on the season. No Saquon Barkley. Daniel Jones I don't think he's the guy in New York. He doesn't look comfortable at all. They're awful on offense. The defense is playing a little bit better the last few weeks, but I expect Dallas to hammer the Giants at home. They need a win. They need a moral victory. They're going to play better, and they're going to feel let's feel good. Take the Cowboys -9 here. Not sold on the Cowboys, just the Giants are really that bad. Okay, Broncos at the Patriots. Don't know if we're going to get Cam this week. Brian Hoyer got replaced by Jarrett Stidham against Kansas City, and Stidham went in and threw a pick six, so what else is new? Don't know what the Patriots are doing on offense without Cam. They really need Cam to make that offense run. Drew Lock, questionable to return for the Broncos. Probably not this week, but they got their first win. I like the number here more than anything. Broncos +9.5. That's a huge number for a Camless New England. Cam's a real long shot to play. They also haven't been practicing this week in New England because of the positive test. No Stephon Gilmore because he's out with COVID. I like the Broncos here +9.5. Don't think they win this game, but that's a huge number to be betting against a backup quarterback and a team that's decimated with on defense already with the opt-outs they've had this year. Take the Broncos +9.5. More of a number than anything. Okay, maybe the best game of the week. I never thought I'd say this, but the Indianapolis Colts at the Cleveland Browns. I know. Browns coming off a huge, massive upset national television win against the Cowboys. They're riding high. They're feeling great. They're 3-1. Now they got to play a defense. Colts ranked #1 in defense, passing and rushing. They're so stout up front. Darius Leonard leads that linebacking group in that front seven. They play a tight D. They make you go the length of the field on them. They're not going to give up the big plays. Phillip Rivers playing a lot better in this offense. They're pounding the rock. The short passing game. They're protecting Rivers. Cleveland's defense not very good, as we saw last week against Dallas when they got pushed. Indy's offensive line is going to be able to shut down Myles Garrett. They're not going to get the pass rush that they need to on defense. This is going to be a quick game. It's probably going to be low scoring. Love the Colts here, -1.5. Might be my favorite bet of the week. I think Cleveland's going to lay an egg because they're going to be a little bit full of themselves. But hey, I could be wrong. Prove me wrong, Cleveland. Show me you're better than this. But you're due for a letdown because you're Cleveland. Okay, the Sunday night game. Vikings at the Seahawks. Vikings finally got a win at the Texans. Dalvin Cook had a monster game. This nasty run you're going to see here, it was something special. But Kirk Cousins actually plays well on Sunday Night Football. We know about Monday Night Football. He's not that great. But on Sunday Night Football, he's actually pretty good. So I like the Vikings here, +7. Seahawks just went from Miami back to Seattle to Miami back to Seattle last week. That's a long trip. Played an ugly game against the Dolphins. They got the win. Russell Wilson finds ways to win games late. But this 7 points here, big number. Minnesota's looking a lot better on offense. Justin Jefferson's the real deal at wide receiver, the rookie out of LSU. He's a stud. I like the Seahawks to win this game late because, of course, the Seahawks always win this game late against the Vikings. Fun fact, 3 years in a row, the Vikings have played in primetime at the Seahawks. Most you can do for a non-division opponent. So that's fun. They're used to playing there. No fans is a big help also. Vikings +7 here. Seahawks win the game. Okay, last game for now. Chargers at the Saints, but this game's going to be played in Indianapolis, it looks like, due to the hurricane rolling through Louisiana. Awkward situation. The Saints have been in Indy all week practicing, preparing. Justin Herbert looked strong against the Buccaneers last week in his second start, actual start with prep. We know he didn't have that prep for that first start against the Chiefs, but anyway, looks good, throwing the ball well. Anthony Lynn just said he's going to be the starting quarterback going forward. Tough break for Tyrod Taylor. You hate to see it, but awkward circumstances. New Orleans looked very mediocre again against Detroit. Detroit blew a 14-point lead because they're Detroit, so we know that. Drew Brees is looking his age. Michael Thomas is back for the Saints. That should help them on offense. Alvin Kamara's on a tear. Probably going to win Offensive Player of the Year. I like the Chargers +8 here. They play a lot of people close. They're definitely not going to win this game. I don't think. The Saints are just too sound up front, and the Chargers are too young. But +8 here. They did lose Austin Eckler for the year, the Chargers. But I think Herbert and them keep it close, lose a game late, and it's rookie versus vet. That's about all they got going for it. So I like the Chargers +8 here. Okay, not on the board yet. Bills at the Titans. Game's going to be played on Tuesday. We don't know what's going on with this game. Don't have a line set. Maybe played, maybe not played. I'm just going to say I like the Bills in this game. Titans are coming off the bye. They've been doing a lot of nonsense with the coronavirus, not following protocol. It's a whole mess in Tennessee because, of course, it is. And Buffalo's a real deal. Josh Allen is no longer a dark horse for the MVP. He's definitely second behind Russell Wilson. Offense is playing great. Lead the league in passing plays downfield of 20-plus yards. And this was a guy who was inaccurate. Stephon Diggs has really helped this game. They can run the ball. They play good defense. I like the Bills to win that game. Like I said, no line there, so just giving you all a little love there. Who knows if this game's even going to get played. All right, that's going to do it for us this week. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out my picks on Action Network. Check out our links in the description for all our other content. And I'll see you all next week.